Welcome to the May edition of the Microsoft Office Editing Community Call. I'm Wenjun Gong, and today I will be the facilitator for the call today. It's always inspiring to see our developers from all over the world coming together with a shared passion for building powerful and innovative solutions on our Office platform. So no matter whether you're joining us from early morning, late evening, or somewhere in between, thank you for being here and for being such an important part of for this community. Today we have a good list of agenda today. Um, Next, we step into the details for each of them. We will start with the updates for the enhanced get set body APIs for new Outlook and OVA. And then we will share the updates for the undo support for Excel add-ins. And after that, we will have the event-based add-in activation for what is our PowerPoint demo. We are going to do that very soon. And next, we have some updates for the Exchange Online Legacy token. And then we will go to the Q&A section for the questions we gathered from the survey. For today's speaker, we have Yash from Outlook add-in platform, and we also have Adrian and Wang from what is our PowerPoint developer platform, and David, our beloved technical writer in our Office platform team to share these topics. So next, we're going to start with the Outlook updates. So Yash, you can start to take control.
Sure. Thanks, Wenjun. Hey everyone, thanks for joining in. So today I will be going to present the enhanced Get Set Body APIs for new Outlook and OVA. Just giving you a background context. A lot of you have reached out to us saying if on new Outlook and OVA, if you group messages by conversation, you are not able to retrieve the entire thread. And this is precisely the problem that we have solved, and we are going to show you how we are solving for the same. Wenjun, do you want to go to the next slide? Great. Can you play the demo? So currently you can arrange your message layout in Outlook either by group by conversations or by individual emails, or do not group by messages. So in this case, you are particularly solving for group by conversations where the issue actually lies. So this is our current behavior on new Outlook, and we are showing you a demo for get async API and how does this work currently. As you can see, the output, we are only able to get the current thread as a part of get async API. And this is precisely the problem that we are going to address, and we'll show you how. Next slide. Yes, so we are introducing a new enum for OVA and new Outlook called body mode. The user setting that you saw for conversations and individual messages is present in new Outlook and OVA. If you navigate to settings, email layout, and message organizations, and you can you can basically decide how do you want to club your messages. Either you want to club it as a part of conversations or individual messages. So how does this enum come into picture? So this enum precisely consists of two fields. One is the body, one is the full body, which is the default. And second is the host config. So what does full body do? So if you pass the enum as full body, or if you don't pass the enum at all, the default behavior will be considered as a full body. It means it will retrieve or set the entire body of the message. This will also include all the previous messages from the conversation thread. If you pass the parameter as host config, now this will adapt to the end user message organization setting. As you can see on the screen, the user setting message organization. So if the user has set the messages to be clubbed in a conversation view, only the current reply of the body will be retrieved or set. If the user has set the message to do not group messages or individual messages, then it will include or retrieve or set the entire body of the thread. I'll just show you a demo of how we are doing this. Can you go to the next slide, please? So as you can see, these are the updated API definitions, how you can leverage this body mode parent. So the intent is to pass this body mode parent as a part of options parameter. In the get async API, similarly, you need to pass this param in the set async API as a part of options, as you can see on the screen. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. This is the updated demo of how this works. Yeah, as you can see in the demo, we haven't passed any parameters. So by default, the parameter is full body. That means you are able to retrieve the entire thread as a part of get async API. And this is what we have precisely solved for. Earlier, as you can, in the previous demo, you saw only the current message or the current reply was being returned. So yeah, that's all from me, folks. Happy to take any questions in the chat. Over to you, Adrian.
Thank you. Thank you, Yash. Okay, feel free to post any question regarding this update in the chat. We will take care. Next, we're going to have Adrian to talk about the undo support for Excel add-ins. So Adrian, feel free to take control
Yeah,
of this
sure,
step.
no problem. Okay. Yeah, I think I've already got the control. Suppose, yeah, so hello everyone, my name is Adrian, and I'm the PM who work on the Excel extensibility. And I see like some people have already pointed out this feature. So yes, as you know, that Excel, we're lacking of the undo capability for, oh my God, quite a long time. So we also have a list. I mean, every time when we saw this, like we actually have a collecting sheets to list up all the undo kind of complaint and reminding saying that, hey, Excel is not undoable. Do you know that? So, and also, and this is one particular feedback that we have got from like some of the previous undo related issues. So this developer, they're just trying to help other developers saying that, hey, just don't give any hope on Microsoft. They're not going to build it. This problem is as old as Excel itself. But finally, after like around like 7 years working on that, we're proudly to share you the information that right now undo is in preview now. And most importantly, we're not only providing undo, but we're also providing the undo grouping capabilities, which can help you to tailor your undo experience. So how does it look like? So we actually we actually invited some of our partner friends to help us to build this demo. So as you can see, but this is actually quite straightforward. So we're not going to show this GIF quite a long time. But if you're interested in our partner's success story, there's also a link you can click and you can see like how our partners are right now enabling these capabilities to streamline their experience. So about this feature, to bring some more details, this feature actually composed of two parts. So the first part is about what we call end user experience. So in this case, we're shipping the experience that we're shipping out is that all your current users before that, after they use some like certain like most of the API, their undo stack will be cleaned. So which definitely causing a lot of trouble. But right now, for all the developers, all the add-ins, we do not need any update, and these capabilities will be enabled to every users. So right now for Windows, we're going to reach to a 100% production in next week, and Mac and Mac will also be soon. So you can imagine that starting from June, the undo issues was totally resolved. And if you're in a hurry, you want to try it out. Right now, you can also start testing it in the insider ring. But I would just recommend you can just wait a little bit because it's in GA already. So why we can enable why all our partners they don't need to spend extra work is that right now we will automatically using the contact sync as the minimum unit. So and when we're building add-ins, we will kind of like encapsulate the behaviors into contact sync. So we will take that as a point to build up each of the undo stack. And definitely in some cases, for example, if we're doing kind of RPA process, so after user give us one order, our Excel, the adding, we will do a lot of things. And if we're thinking that, hey, we're calling like 20 contact sync, but we want to combine it into one undo because that's one behavior to users. You can use this currently on preview capabilities called undo grouping. We showed a little bit on the code snippet here. So as you can see, inside the code, inside Excel run, we can see that we actually put two different context things, and it can be included like like as many as you wish. So we if we put them into one Excel run, then it can be automatically grouped into one undo stack. So this can help us to better tailor the experience. Another thing we were going to ship along with this capability is the requirement set. So we're introducing this is because like we know for some of our partners, while they're waiting for our undo capabilities, they also build up their own undo capability. So it will definitely introduce a very weird situation. So right now you have Microsoft undo and we have the adding undo. In this case, you can use this requirement set to detect if the user, their current version is actually supporting undo. So when they are supporting Microsoft, when the Microsoft undo was supported for that specific user, you can right now tailor and then turn off your adding provided undo version. But for older version users, they might not update it to the current supporting undo version. You can still providing your own like a self-built undo capability. So with these requirements that we can further to streamline our overall user experience. And right now, this capability was already available in our beta API set. And we also provide a small link about how. So if you're not familiar with the API beta API set, you can click it and see how you can start trying out the current the capability which is currently in beta. If there's no too much accident, we will also ship these beta APIs to the production as fast as possible. And when it's the right timing, we will also share it again in this community call. Hopefully, it will just be like maybe 1 or 2 months. One last thing is that when we're saying that, hey, we actually spent around 6 months working on that, that's because we actually check API each by each. So in general, we have checked more than 3,000 different APIs and onboard them to the undo capability one by one. But to be honest, like not all the API just as the same as the current Excel experience today. Not all the behaviors are undoable. We have done our best to enlarge the undo coverage, but still, out of the 3,000 APIs, there are still 6 APIs which cannot be undo. So we will also provide a document to list out. So I also pick up like some of the most important things that we believe should be like more impactful. Like some most highlighting APIs are, first of all, copying a sheet, deleting a sheet, rename a sheet. If users are doing this behavior, same as the current user experience on Excel, the undo stack, we're sorry, but it will still be clean. So when you are building solutions using these APIs, please be noted that this experience will happen. And also for some cases, like some like older version APIs, for example, like save a thing, kind of like that things, because like there is already a newer API counterpart which can achieve the exact same user experience, but they are also supporting undo. So we will recommend you to update to the newer API, so to keep the pace with Microsoft to use the newer capabilities. Yeah. So this is our general share about the exciting news about Excel supporting undo, and I will give floor to Yun, and I will also answering the questions on the chat. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Adrian. I'll take the control. All right. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Wang Yun. I am the product manager for Word Extensibility, and today I will share you with an update for event-based add-in activation. We actually shared this capability a couple of times in this community call. Previously, we shared with you what this feature will look like, what kind of problem it will handle, and also we talked about how you could start to join our private preview program, and also how you could do the side loading testing of this feature. And today I'm very excited to share with you that right now this feature is 100% rolled out to the Office Online. So today, if you want to try it out, you can try it out right away with Office Online. And desktop, and for desktop, including Mac and Windows, they are rolling out, and you'll see them in the coming weeks pretty soon. And a little bit recap here. So for this event-based activation capability for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, actually we will support all the central deployed add-in to be automatically run in the background for all the users inside the organization. So there are we have already worked with several partners in different scenarios latest here to test out this capability. Right now, we got very positive feedback from them, and especially when you want to control the security, control the compliance of the document, or you want to build your the consistent formatting, styling, etc. So you can consider to leverage these capabilities for your add-in. So basically, whenever right now we support the case that when a user open or create a document of WXP, then the add-in will automatically run to run the logic. And actually, it includes three parts, right? So for developers, we had already demoed in previous calls that you need to do some configurations in the manifest, and also you need to code your own logic in the function calls for the auto run logic. And also today we will demonstrate the admin deployment part. So we will demonstrate how admin can deploy this manifest, deploy this feature, or deploy the related add-ins to the organization. And of course, after the administrator deploys the add-in, then the user, when the user creates or open the document, the add-in will automatically run. So I'll run the demo today. Again, this is already rolled out to Office Online, but from this demo, we'll start from a sample repo here, and you actually can also follow the same process to clone a project from our sample repo to test out that sample add-in. And in this demo here, I have already cloned that project to my VS Code space, and also run it locally, sideloaded locally. And the next thing we are going to do is that we want to go to the admin center and to upload and deploy this add-in in the format of manifest to the organization. So this is my testing tenant here. I can choose a file. So here I'm demonstrating that sample manifest, which points to the local service on my desktop of the add-in. Then we just follow the normal, regular central deployments process. As always, you could select whether to deploy for individual, to deploy for a group, or deploy for the entire org. The change here is that we, in this deployment process, the admin center will recognize the manifest entry that this add-in actually is a auto run or a event-based launch add-in. So it will notify the user or administrator, say, hey, this one will be launched automatically. So that the admin should consent to this process. In this sample here, you can see that we will deploy this add-in for 3 applications, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So last meeting, we demoed how you can sideload this from the VS Code experience, but this is more like a more production-like process. Yeah, after the add-in has been deployed from central deployment, then let's try to create a new document here. So the add-in will be automatically loaded in the background, and also it will be shown in the task pane. And you can see that in this add-in, we are trying to insert a sensitivity message to the header of the document. So that's basically what this auto run does, or event-based activation does. Again, this is available for you and start testing out today based on your Office Online. We're rolling out the rest of the platforms pretty soon. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Yun. So should you have any question for this event-based activation for Word, Excel, PowerPoint add-ins, feel free to paste your questions in the chat, and we will take care. Next, we're going to have David to share the updates on the NNA. So, David, would you
Hi,
like
Wenjun.
to start?
Thanks. Hi, everyone. This is David Chesnut with the Office Platform team with another monthly update on the Exchange Online Legacy Token deprecation effort. For folks on this call every month, you might be getting tired of seeing me. I think I've been on this call every month since like late last year, banging on this drum about, hey, make sure you're moving your add-ins off the old Exchange Online Legacy tokens over to Enter ID and nested app authentication. So hopefully everyone's been doing that. Wenjun, can you go to the next slide, please? So this status, pretty much the same as last month, but I just want to go through it again and just share a few details here. Back in February, we turned tokens off, the Exchange Online tokens across all tenants worldwide, and that was completed. So at this point, if tokens are on, it's because an admin went in and ran the PowerShell command to turn tokens back on. So those admins are aware that they've done that. We sent out a message center post earlier this week to those admins saying, hey, before June hits, we're asking them to do a scream test where basically you turn the tokens off and see if anything breaks, just to kind of suss out any last few add-ins that might not have been updated yet. So anticipate that they'll be doing that the next couple of weeks. And then in June, we're going to go force tokens off. So even if you turn them on as an admin, they're going to be forced off. And at that point, if an admin still needs an exception, we have a form that they can fill out to request that exception. the link to that form will be posted to the FAQ, which I have a link to that in here, later today. So that's the next step for them. Then October 2025, that's when tokens are turned off. No more exceptions. It is the last date. They're just not on after that. So definitely want to make sure we've got everything moved off of those old tokens by then. So for more information, there's a link to the FAQ here, the aka.ms/NAAFAQ. And if there are any issues or questions, go to the Office.js repo. There's a link here, create an issue, put NAA. So if you have anything that you need help with, please let us know. We're making an effort this week to get through all the issues that are out there and make sure we're getting those resolved right away. And the next slide, please, Wenjun. This slide just has a lot of info, which we'll post in the chat, a lot of links. So yeah, if we want to get started with nested app authentication, that's that first link. There's also a link to the FAQ. And there's a bunch of different samples out there. I added the new one because we now have an Outlook sample. It's the 4th bullet point there on how to handle the identity token. So if you need to do that, basically, if you need to pass identity information to one of your own APIs, that walks through how to do that with the enter ID pattern. Let me check. I think that was all I had. So I would say, yeah, if you have any questions today, I'm around, just post in the chat and I'll work to get through those and answer those. So thank you very much.
Thanks, David. Okay, that's the major updates from the platform at this moment. And next, we are going to go through the questions we collected from our survey every month. That is the questions we gathered in the past 1 month. So we start with the first 2 questions for Outlook. The first one is that Outlook.com add-ins have the capability to react to an event when an email arrives at the user inbox. The question is that whether we have such a plan to support such events in Office.js. The answer is that right now we don't have such an event to trigger when email arrives, and we are not planning that in near term as well. So what you can do is to use the Graph APIs to do that. So we will have an event that will trigger items selected. That will depend on the scenario. Perhaps this can be an alternative for you to adopt. Then the second question is that regarding the new ability to programmably send an email using the JS add-in, does that suffer from the same permission restrictions as unsend or smart alerts add-ins that this feature will not be allowed in Microsoft App Stores? First, I think there's some misunderstanding. Actually, the smart alerts and add-in, smart alerts add-ins are allowed in the store if the developer chooses to use prompt use or soft block mode to let the user to make the choice. For the item send async method, we don't have any store restriction. So that's the answer for the second question. Let's move to the next one. Next one is question regarding offline support for web add-in. This question is wondering whether people can provide offline capability in the JS add-in, and when there's an example, the answer is yes. You can implement some local storage for the add-in, and then when the user get offline, you will be able to allow the user continue to use your add-in. We do have an example in our official documents. I put the link here. Feel free to check the details. If you have more questions, feel free to check in the paste in the chat. Okay, let's go to the next question. Next question is that for our developer tools, is there any plan to migrate from Webpack to Vite in our developer tools such as Human Tool, Visual Studio Code, extension, or the Visual Studio? So today we still take Webpack as the default choice in these tools. We haven't had any plan to migrate to Vite at this moment. Yeah, if you have any specific needs or desire to use Vite, please share us more context, and then we can have a follow-up. Okay, the next one is for Word.js add-ins. This is about a question regarding the annotation API. It is currently the annotation API introduced in the requirement set of 1.7 is only available for M365 subscription users, not for perpetual. And right now there's no way from API to know whether this API is supported on the user's client or not. Currently, some users just have another working add-in because the requirement site method for each set supported is actually returning wrong answer. This is a no issue for us. Unfortunately, right now we haven't have a good way from the API side to allow developers to know whether this Office client is a perpetual license or M365 subscription license. So we will take this as a follow-up to investigate whether we have a way to identify such kind of case in the future. We will share in the GitHub issue once we have something to share. But if you want to introduce some new experience, some better experience on those perpetual clients, our recommendation is that if that is case, you should in your add-in, if that is case when annotation card is not able to show, you can choose some alternative experience to the user to ensure that experience is not broken for them. I mean, to not interrupt the current, maybe some silent failure, just make that not available in those clients. So that's our recommendation at this moment. All right, that's all the questions we connected from the survey. We have the survey open every month. So if you have more, feel free to submit from the channel, and we will take the rest of that in our next community call. And besides all of those questions, we also have some updates for the documentation brought by our content technical writer team. So we have the updates for authentication. We have updates for Excel, as well as the updates for NAA, Outlook, and PowerPoint as well. You can find the new APIs and some new updates of the samples in those updates. So feel free to take a check and let us know if you have more questions on this. And last section, if you're the first time joining this community call, we have some links for you to dig further after this meeting. You can always start with the documentation. The first link we put here, that is very comprehensive how to reference for you to explore the Office platform. And we do have some quick starts for you to create some Hello World add-in for Outlook, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. That's the second link. And also, we have an add-in called Script Lab. You can download that, install that from our add-in store, and use this add-in to try all kinds of APIs in that add-in directly, and you will see how those APIs work directly in the canvas if you use this to have a try. And we also have a good list of samples in our documentation, which you can take further look to see that if that is similar as what you're looking for, you can see more complex examples from those links. And if you are planning to bring your solution as the JS add-in and publish to our app source, make that available to millions of Office users. You can join the developer program and get some benefits from there, and you will also be able to go through the partner center process to publish your solution. And we do have another capability, which is called Office Scripts, which is mainly to help our users and customers to automate their repetitive job, and can be shared the scripts with other people as well. So feel free to try the next link to learn more about Office Scripts. And our team are always together with you. So we are the product team for Office platform. If you want to connect with us, you can join this monthly community call. And besides that, you can submit your technical questions about the Office add-ins through the GitHub. And also, we have the Stack Overflow link for you to ask questions as well. If you have the product bugs, please submit an issue on our GitHub for Office.js, and we have people monitor those incoming new updates and help us to bring those to the subject domain expert to take further look. And if you have some new feature suggestions or some ideas which you think Office platform should consider in the future, please do submit your ideas in the in our community forum. There's a link for you to submit suggestions from there. Now, if you have some feedback from the Office apps, remember that you can always send us mail or from the in-app feedback channel, and then our product team will receive those feedback as well. So there are more community calls happening every month. Today's one is specific for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook Office add-ins. We do have the M365 and Power Platform community call as well. You can check, click a link to add those into your calendar. We also have the Power Platform monthly community call. You can join if you're interested. So feel free to check out those details. For this call, you can download the recurrency invites from the link we put here. That will be added to your calendar, and you will be reminded every month. So that's pretty much what we want to share today. After this meeting, we will post this recording to our YouTube channel, and you can also find all the history costs in that link as well. Our next call will be on June 11th, the same time as today. So if you have any questions, remember to submit through our form we put in this link, this slide as well. So that's all for today. I hope you get some useful information for you to take further actions or build better solutions with Office platform. And feel free to paste the questions in the channel. We will take a look, and we will be looking forward to see you next month. Thank you and have a good day.